On Thursday, members of parliament voted overwhelmingly for the Building Bridges Initiative bill, and that vote shocked William Samoei Ruto and his supporters because some of his key allies like Kimani Ngunjiri, Faisal Abdallah voted yes to the bill. And yesterday, the Deputy President convened an urgent meeting with some of his close allies at the residence of the Nakuru County Senator, Susan Kihika. In this video today, I want us to look at the possible objectives of that meeting and probably why the Deputy President later issued the statement which he updated on his official social media pages. The details about that meeting was first leaked by a gentleman called Wahome Thuku. Wahome Thuku is not your ordinary Kenyan. Wahome Thuku is a lawyer and is a journalist. His sources are normally very credible and he works very closely with the deep state. Probably he was given this information by the intelligence. Let me just share with you first what Wahome Thuku posted yesterday. Wahome Thuku is saying, Nakuru Senator Susan Kihika this morning hosted a delegation of 50 people, including a section of MPs from Mount Kenya region for a crisis meeting. The meeting, also attended by Deputy President William Ruto, was held at Kihika's residence in Karen, Nairobi. Those present described it as a back to drawing board meeting following the outcome of the vote on the Building Bridges Initiative bill in the National Assembly last night. His proceeding, Susan, who is one of the senators allied to Ruto, is now at crossroads after the MPs from Nakuru County endorsed the bill in an overwhelming landslide. The Senate will be taking the vote on the bill next week. Susan is expected to join the vote for the bill despite having openly opposed it. So he's suggesting that Kihika is going to vote for this bill. That was one of the reasons she hosted the crisis meeting to discuss the way forward in the Takataka front. The meeting was held away from the DP's residence to avoid suspicion. Things are becoming small in Ruto's camp. Yesterday, he deployed virtually every asset at his disposal, but failed miserably. His numbers are turning out to be paper tiger, which can't bite and or claw. They just scare. And Moses Kuria confirmed the meeting. But according to Moses Kuria, this meeting took place, but not because of the outcome of parliament. It took place, according to Moses Kuria, because they wanted to review the bottom-up approach, which of course we all know is a lie, because the Deputy President had just concluded a 3-day strategy meeting with the leaders from the larger Mount Kenya region in Mara, discussing the bottom-up approach with the assistance of David Day. So Moses Kuria is basically lying. The truth of the matter is that this meeting was convened following the outcome of the vote in parliament. And we all remember that the Senate is also going to vote next week. How will that outcome of the Senate also impact on the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto? This is why he convened this meeting. So I want us to go into all those details. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And with the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. I am happy that majority of you guys heeded to my request to give the video thumbs up. Please also do the same to this particular video. Just give it a thumbs up, and for those who can drop their comments, please drop your comments because I'm going to respond to all those comments. And again, those comments also help me a lot because I learn a lot from those comments. Now let us get back to the main issue. William Ruto was humiliated in parliament. And in one of my videos yesterday, I did a comprehensive analysis on what next for the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. If you go through his statement yesterday, That statement is actually one of my recommendations. But why do you think this meeting was convened and at Susan Kihika's residence? 6 reasons only. Number one, this meeting was probably convened to review how to handle the allies who voted no to this bill. Number one, in my considered opinion, this meeting was convened to come up with a strategy on how to handle the allies who voted yes to the bill. The deputy president would have wanted a situation where a majority of members of parliament from the larger Mount Kenya region were going to vote no. Sadly for him, majority of them voted yes. And you could tell the frustrations from the face and the tone of Member of Parliament for Kiharu, Ndindi Nyoro. So probably they met to discuss that, despite the fact that some of you guys voted yes, despite the fact that some of you guys voted no, let us separate the Building Bridges Initiative process from 2022. Because if they were to punish those members of parliament, majority of them are going to join Uhuru Kenyatta. Again, even without that, people like Kimani Munjiri are now going to support the bill. And that's how they are going to be united with the Kieleweke. They are going to go outside there to explain to the people how the bill is important for them, for the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. William Ruto has been very clear that the BBI is not a priority. While it is not a priority for them, for him, these guys voted yes, which means they are approving that it's actually a priority. But how do you handle people who have been convincing you that they're going to vote no, but on the floor they vote yes? So they discussed how to handle those people in this meeting. Number two is the Mount Kenya and the Building Bridges Initiative process. President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are currently fighting for the control of the larger Mount Kenya region. Uhuru Kenyatta convinced the people of the larger Mount Kenya region that their interest will be taken care of in the Building Bridges Initiative process. Of course, the entire country are in agreement that the BBI is favoring the larger Mount Kenya region. They are gaining more constituencies than the rest of the country. Nakuru County alone is going to benefit from 5 additional constituencies. So how is Susan Kihika going to go to the people there and convince them that they don't need those additional 5 constituencies when they will not be sure of getting the presidency in the next election or in the next 10 years or even in the next 20 years? The truth of the matter is that the reality is now dawning on the people of the larger Mount Kenya region that there are certain things that they can only get when they are in power. And that power is currently in their house. Uhuru Kenyatta is using that power to secure for them their interest, so that even if he's not in office, then the people of the larger Mount Kenya region will gain more constituencies. I want to ask you a simple question. Assuming today, President Uhuru Kenyatta was not the president of the Republic of Kenya, and the Building Bridges Initiative process was ongoing, do you think Kiambu County would have gained the number of constituencies they are gaining? It would not have happened. Probably another constituency would have been given to Nyatike, another constituency probably would have been given to Busia, another constituency would have probably been given to Karachuonyo. Those are the realities. And these realities are now dawning on the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. So the people of the larger Mount Kenya region are going to embrace the Building Bridges Initiative process. And if they're going to embrace the BBI, and William Ruto is opposing the BBI, the thing is, that's going to be the departure between Ruto and the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. The people of the larger Mount Kenya region are going to believe then that William Ruto is not for their interest. It's just for his personal interest. So probably this meeting discussed how they are going to strategize on how they are going to deal with the issue of the BBI benefits to the people of the larger Mount Kenya region and their messaging. Whether people like Susan Kihika are going to be allowed to vote yes, whether Kimani Munjiri and the rest are going to be allowed to vote yes, whether those who are supporting him from the larger Kiambu County are going to be allowed to vote yes. Number 3 is the vote at the Senate. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto lost. His members of parliament betrayed him. And the other truth is that the Senate is going to pass the bill. As a matter of fact, when I spoke to some people within the BBI and their strategy, they convinced me that they were very sure about the Senate. Their only worry was Parliament. But the fact that Parliament passed the bill overwhelmingly, they don't have any worries at all with their Senate. People like Orengo or Mogeni are just going to speak big English at the Senate, but vote yes to the bill. And they've already stated their positions on that particular matter. So the fact is, the Senate, they're also going to lose. But what about someone like Susan Kihika, whose county is gaining 5 constituencies? And the message going to the ground there is that Susan Kihika is going to vote to oppose the additional constituencies. So the truth of the matter is that someone like Susan Kihika, just like Wahome Puk is putting it, is likely to vote yes to this bill. The challenge is that she's been opposing this bill vocally. So how are they going to handle the aftermath? And that's why the Deputy President issued the statement. Let me just get for you the statement by the Deputy President. Let me just get for you the statement. The DP is saying here, being a democracy, the National Assembly voted on the Constitution Amendment Bill, and so will the Senate. When the people's turn comes, they too will vote and we will march on. We should respect everyone's decision and accept democratic outcomes. All views make us stronger. Basically, William Ruto is conceding here that the no side failed and the Senate is going to vote, but he's adding that we should respect everyone's decision. So it means even if Susan Kihika were to make the decision to vote for this bill, then it's her democratic right, and the Deputy President is going to respect that. So I think that's the new stand they are taking. Number 4, why this meeting was convened is that they wanted to reconcile the warring camps in Tangatanga. The truth of the matter is that there's serious divisions within Tangatanga. Of course, even in ODM party, even in Wiper, there are serious divisions. That's the honest truth. The fact that Moses Kuria and Mwangi Kiunjuri were locked out of Masai Mara meeting, the fact that Kimani Ngujiri and Susan Kihika are not seeing eye to eye over order in Nakuru, the fact that in the larger Mount Kenya region, 3 camps have emerged within the William Ruto's camp, it means there are serious divisions. So probably the Deputy President invited all these people, including Moses Kuria, to this meeting so that they can reconcile and start moving as a team. Whether that's going to be achieved or not is something which I still don't know, because already there's a lot of mistrust within the camp. Number 5 was to discuss the strategy on messaging after that debate. Were they going to continue blaming the deep state for bribing members of parliament the way they did with the MCS? Because when MCS passed this bill, Tangatanga went overboard and accused the MCS of having received the bribe. The MPs voted overwhelmingly. The Senate is also going to vote overwhelmingly for the bill. So what is the messaging? Are they still going to blame them, or they are going to accept? The thing is, their strategy is going to be they are going to accept the outcome. And that's why the Deputy President issued the statement on his social media handles. And lastly, this meeting also sat and looked critically and did a critical analysis on the voting. And probably I want to do another video on 5 things which should worry Raila Odinga. One of them is Turkana. In my perspective, Turkana voted no. So it means Raila Odinga will have a problem there. That has been one of his strongholds. You go to Northeastern, voted no. Again, Raila Odinga was expecting to venture there. So I want to do some critical analysis on 5 things which should worry Raila Odinga. For William Ruto, he's also doing critical analysis on the voting, especially the voting pattern. If in the coastal region, how do they vote? And how will that voting pattern affect it? In Kilifi, for example, only Aisha Joma voted in support, voted against the bill. The rest, including Owen Baya, who has been supporting the deputy president, voted yes. So the deputy president will be looking at all this voting pattern, and then he can come up with a strategy, whether to oppose the bill or whether to go ahead and support it, or just to decide and focus. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. If you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second again, just click subscribe button. And to the subscribers, just drop your comments or give the video a thumbs up. If you do that, you are helping or you are supporting this channel. Thank you guys, and please make sure you have a good day.